For me, the most immediately striking aspect of Republic Commando is its art style. Something about it feels more believable and cohesive when compared to the glossy visuals of its source, the Star Wars prequels. It's most obvious in the armor of the main characters, with their very used, gritty, and even personal look, managing to take a very stock design and infuse it with enough character that you can easily look at it for the entirety of the game. This change is also obvious in the basic battle droid design as well. A whole lot isn't changed, but they feel more like actual cost-saving military tools instead of fodder for slapstick. And to complement the cool-feeling world they made, all the simple actions you perform feel cool as well. Reloading and swapping between your modular weapons looks awesome. The small animations for barking orders at your squadmates are fast and satisfying in the heat of battle. And easily the best touch is the futuristic windshield wiper for after you slit something's throat with the hidden blade in your wrist. It never stops being awesome. Your teammates even have little animations to offset how weird your melee attack would look copied onto them, so that the fantasy of working as a highly trained clone commando squad is preserved, and even enhanced. And to be clear, giving you that fantasy through gameplay is what this game is about, not telling a compelling story about the Republic facing off against the Trade Federation following a series of disputes that came to a head at the Battle of Geonosis. No. And to that end, the mild characterization provided for your squadmates is sufficient. They never go through an arc or anything, they just banter sometimes and have each other's backs. They aren't super fleshed out, but they're distinct enough for you to kinda care about them, and that's what matters. Would I prefer them to be extremely well written? Yeah, but what they are doesn't take away from the game, so it works. The varied campaigns also help in wringing whatever they possibly can from this group dynamic by occasionally shifting the aesthetic and tone of the game, as well as enemies, weapons, and encounter types. Even within each discrete chunk of the game, there are a myriad of different tactical situations you're put in to keep the gameplay fresh, from advancing through increasingly droid-infested hangars to assaulting a heavily guarded bridge, and even holding off large waves of forces on your own as your entire team is focused on something else. And underpinning all of this is the core of the game, which I will now explain, followed by a stupid analogy that I have no intention of justifying the existence of. While you have a fair amount of weapon options, you don't have that many. You mainly have two. A rapid blaster and a sniper blaster, plus some ancillary options that change depending on the level. And though you have some grenade choices ranging from straight explosives to electrical charges, there are only 4 in this game, and usually you have 2 or less due to level design. Also, the orders you're allowed to give to teammates are small and focused, with just be offensive, stay by me, and defend here. This is assisted by the strategic positions indicated in your visor by icons, with which you can order sniping, grenades, anti-armor rounds, etc., but again, there aren't that many of them. Okay, here's the fucking thing with the analogy. Whereas one type of meal you can order is a lean steak, where it's all one super focused and highly polished flavor, with everything in the dish directly contributing towards that single goal, Republic Commando is more like a good burger. It has a fair amount of different flavors going on, but they're all portioned in the proper way as to create something truly greater than the sum of its parts. No individual aspect of the gameplay is a standout feature, but being able to use all of it simultaneously to create a well-balanced meal tastes fantastic.